Hi and welcome back to Celebrity Goddess Oracle. So today we're going to have a look at Jessica Biel. We've done Justin Timberlake's reading, and if you haven't viewed that video, so you can see it on my channel. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look into the energy surrounding her. We're going to do a couples reading as well, but it's going to be a separate video for that. So as you know, I like to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. So let's just have a look here and see what's around Jessica at the moment. Oh, okay. Flying out, right? So compassion and medicine woman. Okay. So you'll have seen sort of like the recent stuff that's gone on with Justin and sort of like his sort of public apology to his wife on Instagram and all that kind of stuff that's going on around them. If you're a fan of them, you'll know that they have a young child. So they kind of, oh, okay. And we're going to have, yeah, one more. Oh, okay, flying out today. I'm not sure what projects Jessica's up to at the moment. Maybe if you're a fan and you know what those projects are, maybe you could actually make a comment in the box below and let us know. But, oh, okay. Right, so we're going to have one more for transformation, I think. Okay, true love. One more for boundaries and fertility. Okay, flying out. Okay, boundaries and beginnings and endings. Well, that makes sense. And we're going to have one more for here as well, I think. Okay. This is really interesting, actually. Okay, so, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pull, I want to get clarify for this because I feel these are connected, but I just want to delve into sort of the energy a bit deeper, actually. So I'm going to use the Archangel Michael cards. So let's just pull one card for this, actually, and then we can dive straight in and have a look at what's going on around Jessica at the moment. And then, like I say, we'll do a separate reading for Jessica and Justin rather, as a couple read. Okay, straight out. Okay, right, that makes sense. Okay, perfect. So let's dive in here. I think we're actually going to start here, to be honest with you. So I'm not sure how Jessica's really perceived, but I get the feeling that maybe there's a sort of idea around her that, you know, she's sort of, I don't know, I get this feeling that maybe people perceive her as being sort of slightly weak or weaker as an individual, but, you know, the cards here show that she's clearly not. This is a woman that, has her own mind. This is a woman that definitely has her own mind. I feel that the projection of the images that we see in the public eye is one of, I would say that that's sort of like the dialed down version. I think I get this feeling behind closed doors, she has plenty to say. This woman has plenty to say, and she does say it. So, and this is not a bad thing. This is a really good thing. This is a woman, you know, but she, for some reason, it's not something that translates into her public image. So that's quite interesting. There's a real feeling and need for sort of like healing around Jessica, I feel, in this reading. You know, there have obviously been things that have gone on. I feel this is a woman whose focus at the moment is on her home life and her family life. You know, for her, this is all that at the moment, for her, this is what really matters. I'm not saying that her career doesn't matter at all, but with this reading, this is very much around her home life and what's going on there. There is this, okay, so we all know, I get this feeling that there's actually, I mean, I'm not really sure I picked up with it on Justin's reading, but I get this feeling that in their relationship, there's more going on. So that's usually the case. I mean, obviously what goes on behind closed doors, we don't know, but I get this real feeling here that this runs quite deep. This runs quite deep, and the challenge with this is there's a desire to be happy now card. So the challenge with this kind of energy here, that, you know, this woman that's in charge and has her own mind and is independent behind closed doors, is, you know, this creates an energy potentially of this cycle here, this cycle of unhappiness, getting stuck. I get this feeling of getting stuck. It's like I get this feeling of being a broken record, you know, so really just going round and round and round in circles about the same issues, and really not getting anywhere with it. And I think in order to sort of and then it's not that it's not valid. I get this feeling that there is a validity here. This is a woman who wants to have another child. You know, sometimes the fertility card is literally about having children. Often it's not. Often it's to do with connection with projects or even friendships, or can even be relationships. But and a change in relationships. And I get this feeling with Jessica, this is actually literal. This is a woman who wants to have another child, but there are conditions on that. That's where these boundaries come in. This is all connected here, actually. This is all connected here. You know, she's a woman that there's a pushing up of boundaries, actually. Like, well, you know, we want to have, I get the feeling that they want to have another child together. This is actually a joint desire. But I get this feeling around this is that she's saying, well, unless you do this and unless you do that, and unless this happens, unless it's like this, then we're not gonna do it. There are boundaries. And you know, it's not for us to judge whether or not that's right, wrong, or different. There's only two people that can do that, and that's the people that are in the relationship. But there is this real feeling, this real need for her to actually show herself compassion and be compassionate to the other person involved, and also the dynamic of the situation. She really needs to let go. This is a woman that really needs to let go. It's fine to have boundaries, but I get the feeling there's probably too many boundaries. And I'm not going to say they're boundaries. Once it becomes like that, it becomes conditional. It's like, you have to do this. If you don't do it my way, then it's just not going to happen. So she needs to let go a little bit. It's not that she doesn't have good reason to have the feelings that she's got. I feel I can see that she does, but you know, she needs to heal from this, and the compassion is going to allow this healing to come in, and it's going to allow her to get to this position where she can actually decide to be happy now. You know, there's this kind of, I get this feeling she's quite an extreme person. I get this feeling that it's all or nothing. And I have to really tell you now, I get this feeling that she's quite dictatorial. It's like my way or it's like the highway, especially in the family dynamic. It's very much her that runs the relationship and runs the house in that respect. So, you know, is this going to happen? You know, is this going to happen for them? I think so. Yeah, absolutely. When we come here, we can see this transformation card. I feel this is literal transformation in relation to this, but also I feel in order for, you know, in order for this cycle, you know, this sort of like cycle of behavior to come to an end and for it to be released, it's going to take a great deal of transformation, on her part, actually. I mean, this is not, I'm not focusing on her specifically, in a sort of sense of like, well, it's up to you, but this is a reading just for Jessica in relation to herself. And it's very important that rather than just focusing outwardly, she actually focuses inward. And, you know, as part of letting the cycle go, that she can actually, there's so many good, this is a woman that has got so many good things in her life. She's got so many good things in her life. She's got so many blessings. And I think sometimes she just gets a little bit fixated, is the feeling that I get, on the things that are not working, for her. And, you know, that's where this compassion comes in. They do share true love. This is, you know, this is a proper love match. This is a proper love match with them, you know. you know, she very much loves him and he very much loves her. I can definitely see that. I can definitely connect into that energy with the two of them. You know, what do I feel with it? I feel that, you know, that there's just this real sense and this real need to provide an opportunity to forgive behaviors. I get this feeling that with the two of them, there's like a lot of harsh words that are exchanged. And it's like, you know, it's like, say this and say that. You know what it's like yourself? You know, before you know it, one person says this and the other person says that, and then they respond. And before you know it, you're sort of like in this cycle, this round and round the garden kind of energy. And I feel that the two of them get themselves into that sort of circumstance quite a lot, actually. But there's a little bit of immaturity there. There's a little bit of immaturity there. But there's this great opportunity for, you know, there is this true love, and it does exist for them. And I can see another child for them. It's something that both very much want. So let's wish them all the best, and we'll see what comes up in the joint reading, actually. So we're going to connect into Jessica's energy surrounding her using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Totem cards. This is by Kim Kranz. So really beautiful cards. So let's just dive straight in and see what comes out for her. Now, I do take requests for people that you might like me to read, so please make sure that you make a comment in the box below, and I'll see what I can do. So let's have a quick look around. Oh, okay. All right, crow, nice, beautiful. Okay, and two more. Okay. Okay. Oh, gold egg, that's lovely. And just one more. Okay, now we're going to have two. Right. Oh, okay, so this is a really interesting energy here. So this is a woman who is connected, this is a woman who actually has a higher vision. You know, it comes back to this energy here of being independent and of having this sort of high priestess energy. This is a woman who's connected, you know, deeply into herself and also to the divine. She's got this foresight. She has this foresight. And in order to sort of make this transformation, she needs to bring this foresight into action here. There's this real feeling of golden opportunity with this situation. You know, there has been, and this is connected to the family energy here. So the octopus represents the, you know, not necessarily just the feminine energy, but the feminine family energy here. The juggling of many, many tasks. And the earthworm is sort of like the home energy and that centering of self. And I always want to say grounding energy of, you know, being the person that actually tethers the family and the relationship. The octopus is about direction as well. I feel that, you know, because of this uncertainty here, this kind of like, well, you know, can this change? Will this change? And, you know, it can and it will. There just needs to be sort of like this continual kind of focus and effort and connection to doing that. You know, I feel that as a woman, you know, and this energy here is sort of like, she needs to speak up. You know, there's a lot of, with this, there's a lot of like mind reading kind of going on. It's like, well, I just expect you to know, how I feel. I expect you to know how I feel. I shouldn't have to tell you at this point. At this point, you should know how I feel. And this is a woman who really needs to actually speak up and actually communicate her feelings on all the things that are actually going on. And when she does that, you know, the golden egg, this is actually going to release the situation. This is going to release the situation, and this is going to allow her to actually move past this this sort of same cycle that we were talking about over and over and over again, going back and back. I just get this feeling of going round and round and round and round. Round and round and round and round. But this is a, you know, this is a woman who, you know, she knows what she wants. This is the Crow energy. She knows what she wants. This is the High Priestess energy, the Independence energy. But she just needs to connect and speak up. She needs to connect and speak up. And then when she does, you know, this is going to move the situation forward. It's going to release the situation, and it's going to create this transformation, and it's going to sort of center her back into this true love that they share in their relationship. So, you know, there's a few challenges in there, but, you know, there's a lot of good things, a lot of hope. So let's wish them all the best. Let's wish Jessica the best. If you'd like to like, share and subscribe, that would be amazing. We're all gods and goddesses in our own lives. If you would like me to do a personal reading, I do that. Please reach out and connect. If you have a recommendation, also put that in the box below in the comments. In the meantime, I'm sending you all my love. Please look after yourselves and please look after each other, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.